In a shocking twist, Jiang wakes up in a freezer. When he tries to call for help, it's too late. A corpse suddenly appears in front of him, tied up like a marionette. It's giving off major "did I just kill my wife?" vibes. Meanwhile, Jiang senses trouble and races to the morgue to stop his comic from becoming reality. While he is analyzing the case, he suddenly glances out the window and sees the news, feeling like he's watching a live-action comic. He hurries to the morgue, almost missing Jiang's asphyxiation. Luckily, Jiang has opened the cabinet door. Though he saves Jiang in time, Jiang, panicking, sees hallucinations of a dirty thing trying to harm him. To Jiang's horror, Jiang's body goes out of control, snapping his neck before him. Horrifying. The entire police arrive. Jiang is speechless, has no defense, and is taken back by he facing murder charges. In the first case, Jiang has a solid alibi. But how about the second one? Is he the next victim of bad luck? Even with no fingerprints on the corpse, Jiang is still the prime suspect. He knows he won't let him off easy, so to clear his name, Jiang spills some. He admits that his comic was plagiarized. Turns out, last year around this time, his first comic was a massive hit. Overnight, he became a top internet artist and scored a sweet contract. But just like that, his inspiration tanked. Talk about a creative meltdown. For a while, he couldn't fulfill company orders as the editors relentlessly nudged him, leaving him more stressed than a ticking time. Just when he planned to come clean, he received an anonymous email that left him shocked. It was filled with comic drafts. These contents were never disclosed, a hidden gem. Better yet, it's the story he desired. Driven by curiosity about the sender, Jiang, fearing loss of everything, chose to abandon his conscience for he decided to simply color these comics in, and to his surprise, they became a hit. Talk about striking gold. Subtitle, thus, Jiang insists he's not the murderer nor would copy comics to kill. To verify his claims, the police quickly compared the drafts, and lo and behold, he was telling. Now all they had to do was locate the sender, and everything would become clear. With a trace through the internet, Jiang quickly pinpointed a neighborhood. When locals learned his intent, they disdained him, saying, "You seek Jiang." Jiang has a special skill. He can predict who is about to meet their doom just by drawing. This made him quite unpopular, except for Jiang, the comic artist who treated him like a normal human. Subtitles, tragedy struck. A fire broke out in the apartment. People said it was Jiang's revenge, a total injustice. Survivors started moving away, and poor Jiang was classified as a missing person, becoming a tragic case of vanishing without a trace. Though his whereabouts were unknown, Jiang found Jiang's father was Jiang. This meant that Jiang's death must be interconnected with Jiang and Jiang in mysterious ways. To get to the bottom of the truth, he took Jiang to the neighborhood, bringing a flood of memories back to him. 5 years ago, he was ready to debut, but reality gave him a harsh slap in the face with endless rejections and humiliation. Until one day he stumbled upon Jiang being bullied, and feeling sympathetic, he stood up to chase the bullies away. Seeing Jiang's pitiful condition, Jiang thought, "This kid deserves my protection," and took him in. Little did they know their peaceful life was about to be shattered as Jiang's drawings began to come to life, spine-chilling. One day, the girl's family arrived, blaming Jiang's curse and demanding his death as darkness approached. Luckily, Jiang threatened with a knife, stopping escalation. Unexpectedly, his house caught fire again. With no sign of Jiang was perplexed. After hearing his story, he felt there was a significant clue hidden here. They discovered a network cable in an underground room, and to their surprise, it was Jiang's workplace. Seeing the mismatched desks in the office, he pressed the spacebar, and to his astonishment, the wallpaper was comic drafts. Now they finally had a lead. He knew he had reason to believe the murder of the two homicides might just be the long-lost Jiang. Now, finding him will solve all mysteries. But as they are about to return to the station, Jiang gets a text from Jiang asking him to meet in the neighborhood's backyard. He then drives off in his car while he's unprepared. But when he arrived at the meeting spot, Jiang was nowhere to be found. Just as he was about to look around, disaster struck. What he didn't expect was that his kidnapper turned out to be Jiang. It all started when he read the 3rd chapter of the comic and shockingly realized the protagonist was based on years ago on a highway. Jiang excitedly phoned his wife about becoming a cop, but hit a girl. He intended to save her, but overheard his wife in his earpiece saying they were expecting, which made him hesitate in an instant. Ultimately, he chose to look away, letting the girl die on the road. It was a tragic conclusion. He thought this secret would never be uncovered, but with Yoonja's comic circulating, the truth was about to come out. So, Jun decided to bury the truth and make all who knew it disappear. Faced with his extreme questioning, Yoonja didn't know Scientist's whereabouts. Seeing Yoonja persist, Jun planned to send him northwest. At this critical moment, the lights in the greenhouse flickered, and a look of sheer terror began to twist across Jun's face. Though he fired wildly, the greenhouse was empty. Moments later, he arrived via trekking, but failed to understand the situation. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.